in our direction how we played, but I think when you look a little bit back, we have a lot of good away performances now. The first away games were not like what we want to do, but especially against Hull, the first 45 minutes I think it was very dominant. We created a lot of chances. The reason why I think we make not a difference between away or home, but I must say we work very hard, and at the moment maybe we have sometimes a little bit the momentum also away on our side, but we work very hard to get these moments. We deserve the win away. Yeah, it's always fun to win away. I think it's fantastic. I can remember last year we were waiting for away win very long. I think it was then Stoke last minute, the first win. But when you compare, we have now 22 points, I think so, compared to last year. There must be a reason why when you take more points, or you have more points than last year, then you will win more games away and at home, of course.
I was going to ask whether you particularly enjoy away wins, because it's often a good, strong away following. You have to go to somebody else's ground and you beat them there. Is there something appealing about doing that?
Yeah, of course. I think it was I think in the stadium a little bit a special atmosphere from the home ground, but we know the reason why. You see the commitment. I think our supporters away are always unbelievable. The support is crazy. I think it's a smaller group. They stay also more together and be louder than the home ground. And it's like us on the pitch. We try everything. We are very disciplined again. For me the step forward, especially with the ball, we had ball possession, but always with a direction forward, not sidewards. And I think this is at the moment good to see. I think 2 times in a row now, 16 shots. I think this is also good. It's also a result we get at the moment more players in the box. We break the pressing line from the opponent better. But on Sunday will be a different challenge. It's a physical strong team. Derby, they worked hard against the ball. Good pressing team, and a lot of second balls, long balls, set pieces. It's a completely different challenge to Hull, I will say. But this is championship.
How good was James Peedle at Hull, and is he one of the big success stories for you over the last 12 months?
100%. I think he helped us in one key moment. I think this we saw this today in the meeting. You can create a lot of chances, then you didn't score, and then it's maybe one moment, and then you conceded a goal, and then you say, we played well, and then the story of the game will be different. But he made some good saves for us. This is also important to get away points, that you have then these moments on your side. And I think the development, it's good to see.
Another goal for Michael Smith on Tuesday. How impactful has he been when he's played for you this year? And how do you feel about his contribution?
I think it was a teamwork. It starts by his defense run against the ball in the own half. Then we have a transition moment. Then for me, key player on this goal is Marvin. Because at first he want to attack, we lose the ball, he run back, he gets the ball again back, then he makes the cross ball, and then Musa get the ball back to dangerous areas, and then Michael's there where I want to see my striker in front of the goal. And I think we deserve the 2-0. We missed some more moments, especially second half. That was our match plan. Then in the second half, then I want to attack the spaces behind. For me, it was clear they will take more risk, and then we have space. It was also the reason why Musa was then in some good moments for us. All in all, I think again a good a good and a strong team performance.
You've highlighted Marvin Johnson there, and he is a player that when you arrived, obviously you've touched on this before, wasn't even in the squad list, and at times this year, at the start of the season, he had to battle his way back into the first 11. But now that he's got there, and just how well has he performed for you this season? Because he seems like he's been consistently very impactful for you.
Yeah, of course. I think this is the big part that he is fit. He can run a lot. He can play every 3 days. This is also fantastic for me. And I think you see the relationship between Marvin and Max. They have a really good connection to each other. They help each other. It's a good couple at the moment. I'm very happy with both on this side. Yeah, and I think at the beginning of the season I had a conversation with Marvin and also before, after the last season, I said, Marvin, I will bring one guy on your position in. I was honest to him, but I want to see that you go into battle and not give up or something like this. And he said, yeah, no problem. I like this to have this challenge, and I think now both playing well. We are strong on this side, and yeah, I think this is an outcome, and this is the right mindset for Marvin. I think maybe in the past some guys criticize him sometimes. Yeah, if he's not involved, then he's not a team player. But I must say he improved a lot, especially this season. Even he didn't play at the beginning of the season, he was always a team player. This is important.
We've all seen Jamal, though, have an impact in this division in the past. What has prevented Jamal from having maybe as much impact as was expected of him so far this season?
Yeah, Jamal, for example, in Portsmouth, he had a big impact when I subbed him in. He gives us calmness on the ball. We have in front just 3 positions sometimes, and then I have to make decisions. I know his quality. I know, and he knows as well, in which parts he has to work on. I think he will, and for him it's now be ready for the next opportunity, because this opportunity can come very soon.
You're only 5 points off the top 6, and as you've talked about quite a bit, you could easily have had another 5 or so points this season. That's quite an achievement to be in this position at this stage, but does it also show what could be possible this season with a strong Christmas, so many games coming up, and a good January transfer window?
I will not say that we could be easy have this 5 points more. I think we deserved this 5 points more in some games. I think it's a bit different because we were very hard for these points, for this game. Yeah, it makes no sense at the moment to look on the table. I think last year Birmingham at the same time had the same points, and then we know how was the end of the story. We have to keep going. We need every points. It gives us a good feeling. I think now 4 points from the last 2 games. Of course, it could be also 6. We know this. But you see as well, if you have a little bit of run and you come in momentum, and we worked on this momentum again and again. Now it's up to us in the following games. We know there's something in, there's more in, but for this we need a good performance, and then I think we can look at the end of to December where we are. I have a little bit my goal in my mind, but it's for me the goal, what I want to see until Christmas. And then, yeah, in this league everything is possible in both directions, and I think this should be always for us a point that we make the focus to our process, to our development, to our direction, and yeah, what is possible in the second leg, I think we showed last year.
It's very clear that you're not going to share that goal with us, but you've made it clear that you're very ambitious. That you have sort of high expectations, and is it fair to say that whatever that goal is, it remains a very ambitious goal?
Of course, always ambitions. I think we cannot rest. We know it goes one times in this direction, one times in the other direction. But I have the feeling now we improved in the last months, and especially in the last 3 weeks. We make the next step forward for us. I think that was for me at the moment clear to see my team, it's a little bit further up and next step up in our direction. But the following weeks will show how consistently we can bring this performance on the pitch, and if we do, then of course then it can be in the right direction where we want to go. But you need wins and points, and it makes no sense to speak about goals. It's about demanding, hard working, do our job, and especially on Sunday we have the next big job ahead of us.
We had a conversation with Shay Charles this morning, and he had some very positive words about his time at Sheffield Wednesday so far and your impact on him as a manager. And he also said 100% he'd be very open to staying for the full season. At what point do you have a conversation with Southampton of any kind to get any kind of assurance that he will stay beyond January, or is that something that you've got to let them make the first move, so to speak?
Yeah, I think the decision is at the end by Southampton if there is something, but I'm very positive. I think it's a win-win situation for all parts at the moment, for all parties. We have a great player, impact player on the pitch. For Shay, I think he got the minutes what he needs in his age to improve. I think you see he makes nearly every game a next step forward with the ball, against the ball, and of course at the end Southampton will get a better player next summer. Yeah, and then I think it was a good decision from everybody in this room in this case, and I'm happy. I think you see how he lead the group in the middle, and I think the combination at the moment with Barry, they understand more each other, and I think this is also part at the beginning of the season. Jay was not part of our pre-season. It took a little bit time. You see also some new players, they need a little bit time to adapt what we want to see, and every game it's then helpful. And you see now more and more patterns on the pitch. It's more now natural because they make good decisions, and this is fantastic to see. And we have to continue our work in this direction. And at the moment it makes a lot of fun to watch our games back. And when you take points, then it's always enjoy. But it comes not from nothing. It comes from hard work, from a lot of video meetings, even also this time when you cannot train. And I must say, this 1 week before the game against Cardiff helps us a lot to have 4 training sessions. I think I see the impact on my team. This week was a crucial week. Again, a huge step for us as a team to improve.
I hope this question makes sense. Is Shay Charles a Danny Röhl type of player? You know, when you actually think, let's describe what Danny Röhl type of player is. Is it somebody like Shay Charles?
He brings a lot of things it's with the ball. He is calm on the ball. He can carry the ball. He finds more and more the open body position. He likes to have the ball. He has the mix between a give and go, open body position to play through the lines. He can carry the ball. And I think the other thing, sometimes not everybody recognizes is how much hard working and runnings he's doing for the back 5 as well. He always recognized where is the open space for the opponent he dropped into, in which moment he has to step up. He has ball win situations. He gives us a lot of things. I think, I know the discussion sometimes we have to play with 3 midfielders instead of 2, but at the moment when you see Shay Charles, how he do it, it's outstanding, and this gives, of course, also Barry a little bit help, because sometimes then Barry can go high up off the pitch and he protect his back. This combination at the moment, it's fantastic. Yeah, I love him to see him. I like him to see him on the pitch. Good player, but of course we want to improve him and improve him and improve him, because at this age you are not done with your improvement, and I think this is also important, and this is what I like. He's open-minded, he will be better and better and better. He push his limit, he want to increase his limits, and this is a great attitude for young players. But you need this to come to a higher level, and I think there's no secret. His goal is Premier League, to be strong there, and for this he has to improve every day, and I see this.
I know you will be very much keen to have a next man up type of approach on this, but how big a blow is it not having Deschamps Bernard for this game, given how well he has played?
Yeah, of course. I think Dish is also interesting, and I think there's a little bit something in. Yeah, at the beginning of the season, he was not ready to play. He was not on this limit, not on this level where we want to see him. I think it took a little bit time. It needs some conversations with him to push him. Then we helped him, and now he has game. And when you see also the decision making now at the moment in building up and against the ball, he is stronger because he is fitter. He can run, and then you have more focus to the points. What you have to do, that helps. If your body it's right, then your mind it's also right. Yeah, of course. But we have some players that are ready now. Yeah, they wait for the next opportunity, and that's the reason why I'm not scared for this game. It gives me a new decision. I have to make a new decision, and I see 3-4 players. They battle at the moment for this position. This is clear.
Finally, is there any injury news or anything to report in terms of the health of your squad ahead of this game?
Josh looks right okay. We have to look tomorrow. We need one more day. Ike Ukbu, also for him we have a little bit to look. We cannot risk something. Let's see what happens there. And all the other players are fine. Yeah, these are small question marks, but for this we need the day tomorrow, and then we can see if it's possible, if it makes sense, or if it's too much risk for this game. Because we know, if you are out now for 2 weeks, that means then 4 games, for example, and this is what we cannot risk.
Thanks for your time, Danny. Best of luck.
Thank you, Rob. See you.
Afternoon, Danny. How you doing?
Hi, Alex. Good. You?
Yes, not bad, thank you. Not bad. Just to pick up on those injury lines, then. You say Josh is okay. What's the likelihood? Would you say?
He had a little bit a tight hamstring. It's not a big issue, but by a hamstring we have always a little bit to pay attention that we don't do something. I had a conversation in the morning with Josh. He trained an individual today. That was important to see that he's be ready on the grass. He get treatments, and we have still 48 hours to go. I think that's a long time. It's then, if the game was today, then maybe it's not possible to play, but still 2 more days to go. We need energy in this game. We need strong players. They are ready. I think it's also important that we understand this. We need some fresh legs on some positions in front, and I think the wingbacks, they run a lot again and again. But I think when you follow the last 2 games, the rotation was not so big in the starting 11. And let's see what we do. But I will make my decision then on Sunday morning. It's early enough.
And then with Ike, was that I know you said that it wasn't necessarily an injury decision to take him off at Hull. Was that something that has been picked up in the game, or is that sort of a subsequent issue?
Yeah, he was after the game without a problem. Then today he felt a little bit by the warm up, and then we said, okay, no risk, go in. Let's check this. We will see tomorrow if he can normal train. But also in this case I'm positive. There was not one situation where you have I think Uda is now a hamstring injury. Yeah, sometimes something, and I think we have some good members in the medical staff that will help them, and then we have again 48 hours. But let's see.
Yeah, good stuff. Just to sort of sign off on Hull, you spoke a little bit about this after the game, but the scenes that we saw with the fans and with Tim, who's obviously since left the club, I was really struck by watching him sort of consoling his family after the game. I mean, the job that you guys are in is very, very high pressure. There's a lot of eyes on you. You know, gladly things have gone pretty well, I think it's fair to say, since you joined the club. So you've not been subject to anything like that sort of treatment. But I'm just interested, how do you take time, do you take measures to ensure that you look after your mental health? We've spoken a lot about the lack of sleep that you get, the work that you put in. Do you take time for Danny Röhl occasionally, and how do you go about that?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. At the moment, it's difficult to think about this. I think you as a manager, I spoke with some guys about this. As a manager, you have 5 to maximum 10 games, and if it's not working, then you have to make sure, or then it's sure it could be difficult for you. Yeah, I think this is always what you know as a manager when you sign a contract. I think it's important that you, and this is what I can, enjoy your job. Take the positive things. Of course, after points, after wins, it's always easier. But yeah, it's about how is your mindset in your head. You can always think about, if we lose there, and then what happens then, or you say no, we will win. And I think this is what I try every time. For me, it's always the cup half full instead half empty, and I think this is a crucial part that gives me a little bit the calmness, that not everything gets black or white. There's something also sometimes between, and I think until now I had a intensive time here, but also enjoyable time with our fans. The support was always there from the first minute on, and but I know as a manager it could be quick in this direction or this direction. I try to respect all the supporters and the massive fans when they are behind us. I understand you have always different opinion in some cases. This is okay, and I try to take not everything to my heart, and then my life is a little bit easier.
Do people? There's a negative connotation with the word workaholic, and that's not what I'm getting at. But do people worry about you?
I don't know, but I can just say about if I do everything, and I can look in the night to the mirror that I tried everything to do, then I think it gives me this feeling what I need. Then I say, okay, I prepared everything. At the end, I will help my team. I make hopefully the best decision for this game. But I cannot be on the pitch and to score or to defend. Yeah, for me it's really the job that I tried everything, and this is I think since I'm arrived here. For me, it's nothing too much. If it's necessary, then I work the whole night. If it's necessary to support to remove the snow, then we do it. We do everything together. I try to be a little bit a role model, because this is what I demand from my team. This is what I demand from my staff. If I'm not the role model for the group, then I cannot demand from someone else. This is for me a key. I'm in front of this group. I speak about the winning culture, the mindset, and all these things, and this is what I try and show every day, that we can do something together.
Yeah, good stuff. Right, so football questions. Charlie McNeil, we've not seen him quite as involved. What stage is he at in his development, and what are your plans for him?
Yeah, of course. I think the last weeks he was sometimes in the squad, sometimes not. I think, and it was a conversation what I had with Charlie. I said, Charlie, at the moment, if you're on the squad, then it's a next small step, because then you trained good. I see this. Then it's a little bit the part who starts in front. This is also impact how is then my bench, what I need. Yeah, of course, we are not happy at the moment, yeah, because we want to improve that he gets more minutes. At the moment I can't guarantee him this, but I see, and this is in his development as a person, a good step. I see that he worked very hard every day. It's not like that he is too disappointed and too negative. No, he's hard working. And then I think we can look in January. I think he is fit. He can play minutes, and then we will see what makes sense. We should not forget last year. Look to, for example, the away game in Preston, which bench we had. A lot of injuries. You never know what happens in the next 2-3 weeks. Hopefully not, but you never know. And then Charlie is ready, and I think this is a good thing for him, a good thing for me. I'm not scared to put him then in, because I see he has this quality, and until this moment he has to work hard. And I think in January it's a topic where we sit together, and then hopefully we make the best decision for everybody.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, to ask about Olaf as well, we spoke about Akin a couple of weeks ago. Olaf's a very young man, he's in a different country. You know, how important is it that you get around him and allow him, you know, maybe to go home or whatever it might be?
Yeah, Olaf is has a strong attitude. Yeah, this is what you can expect from such a player. Yeah, they have a little bit. They can break resilience, and they go through, and they worked hard, and he worked hard. He's now on the pitch, and I think in the next 2 weeks he will be back in the team training. That gives us a lift as well. Yeah, there's no question mark. He will come back soon, and he has really a strong character. He's ready. He's not a guy who said, what happens now? No, he worked hard every day, and this is good. And I think it's also good when he's around us now, because then he feels he's closer. He is in every meeting he can learn in the meetings, he can understand what we do. Yeah, and this football is about injuries, but then it's about come stronger back, and I'm sure he will come back.
Have you got a timeline on him yet?
Yeah, we look now from week to week. The first huge step the last days was that he's on the grass. He makes faster movements now. And then I think there will come a day where he comes in the match day +1 training in a smaller group. Maybe at first as a floater, as a joker, to get some football works on it, and then I think maybe around the Stoke game could be an opportunity that he is back.
Yeah, fantastic. We've spoken a lot about taking chances in the last few weeks. Might be barking up the wrong tree entirely here, but how much of that is a psychology thing, maybe a sports psychology thing, and does Sasha's skill set sort of come into this?
Yeah, of course we worked on this. We worked this in the training. I think we have different exercises where we bring them again and again in the situations. It's good to see. I showed us my team as well. We had against Hull situation where we have 4 or 5 players in the box, and the first was maybe a block. Then there was the next guy who tried to shot. I think this is what we have to do. In the past, sometimes it was just one guy in, and then the chance is not so big. I think this is what we can do as a team. And every goal helps and create self-confidence, and it will come. But a key point, now 2 times in a row, XG over 2. I think this is not bad. But of course, when you say then, okay, it's just 3 goals. Some teams have with 2 XG, 4, 5, 6 goals. But we increase our chance to score, and I think this is at the moment the right way.
Does Sasha have much sort of contact time? You know, from a psychology point of view, are there structures in place for that sort of thing?
Yeah, his work is every day. That's not like you cannot think about, oh, he has now a room and he's waiting for one player and come in and then he speak. No, Sasha's work is more between the lines. Yeah, in every single minute he's there, and he understands who needs maybe which conversation. He's listening. He is helpful. I think for me a big part for the players, for the staff, and for me. Sometimes his job you cannot measure, but I can, or I recognize and I know what he is doing for the group, and this is important.
Interesting. On Derby then, you've already said they're direct. They've scored quite a lot of goals from set pieces.
Yeah, of course. It's a big part.
How much does that make this big?
Yeah, it's a big part. That is a big part of the game of Derby. They are strong on this side, but we were also stronger now. We improved. We are stronger also with cross balls. I think this will be also now, and today was a topic, and tomorrow will be a topic. We work on it. We prepare it as best as we can, and then bring the right mentality for this game with us, and stop them to come in some areas where they can make this set pieces. And this is also a part for us. Avoid stupid fouls, and try to force them far away from our goal. That's the best defense strategy, and this is what we want to do again.
A few of the boys would be familiar with Nathaniel Mendes-Lang. I don't know what your analysis has said, but he strikes as a key player for them.
Yeah, I think general they have players. They play with a strong physical side. I think the manager was before athletic coach when I heard about this, and I think you see this, because this team can really run, and they play with good intensity. For us it's about to find the right moment where we can hurt them, but my team is also really fit and can run a lot. Could be a good game, and we try everything to pull this game to our side.
Danny, thanks for your time. Good luck on Sunday.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you. Bye.
Afternoon, Danny.
Hey, Stewie.
You mentioned to Alex about the pressures managers are under, and this time last year you were preparing to play Leicester, which was really the game in results terms where your time here took off. I just wonder how you look back on this time up to then, and the confidence and the faith that the supporters and the chairman showed you when results hadn't yet come into line.
Yeah, of course. I think the Leicester game was a key point. We had great performances before. We were disappointed after the Birmingham game away when we lost 2-1. But then it was Leicester, and I think against Leicester we were a little bit in a situation where we had nothing to lose. Because they were top of the table. We were bottom of the table. We start on front foot. We deserved the point. We played very well, and in all these weeks we had a great performance. But you are right. I think you had some big moments last year and also this year. I think when I just look back, I think the home game Friday night against Birmingham, I think that was also a big one. Not the easiest one. We had to win this game. We did then in the end finally, but this is football. If your demanding is high, then you want to win nearly every game. We know this when you play or when you work for big clubs like Munich, for example. Then you have to win every game, and you have different pressure. Last year we had pressure that you have to win to come closer. Then you have pressure to come over the line, and this year we have also pressure because we want to win game, but we want also to maintain, we want to improve, and every win helps, gives us a little bit a lift again, but we know, in this league, 1-2 match days, you don't perform, you don't get results, then we come back in this situation, and it's up to us to create more the positive pressure when you look up, instead of you have the negative pressure when you look, or when you have to look down, and it's up to us that we can create more the positive pressure, and this is what I like to do with my group.
And yeah, you talked about your own personal goals. Do you share them with the team? Do you set the team targets for certain phases of the season in terms of points or anything like that?
My players know what I want to see. I think everybody has his goals. Yeah, this is important that you have an individual goal, then you have a team goal. But it's not necessary to speak every time about our goals. The players understand if we perform well and we get the results, then we can look more up, and I think this is a booster for us at the moment. We are hungry, we want to hunt, we look not every day to the table, we look to our points, we look to our performance, we look what we have to improve, we look what we do well at the moment, and this gives us a lot of things to work, and finally we will see where we are at the end of the season, but it's still a long way to go, and you see, I think nearly every team has some periods where they didn't win, where they lose. For example, even West Brom, they are very high up in the table, but they had also a time where they couldn't win. But this is a championship. This is football, and our strength last year was that even there was a point where we dropped a little bit, we never give up. Then we handle this negative setbacks always for our mindset in the right direction. This is, I think, a key for such a long season.
And so we spoke to Shay Charles earlier. He was made Northern Ireland captain at a very young age. Do you see the qualities in him to be a real captain and a leader in club football in years to come?
Yeah, I think you have different leaders. Yeah, you can some leaders, they talk a lot, they are emotional. You have leaders, they go with the performance ahead of the group, and I think Jay had great performances. I think the next step will that he speak more and more. Yeah, but he's a young player. He played now on a good level. He improved his performances, and this is at the moment the crucial thing. And then he has a good standing in the group, and this helps to growing up as a leader. And I'm convinced that he will have a good career, and he will be, because his position, this is also the different as a winger or as a wingback. You are not always in the middle of the pitch, but he is as a number 6, he is in the middle of the pitch, and he can control, he can dictate the rhythm, he can do a lot of things from this position.
I think I'm right in saying he started every league game since he's come into the side. I mean, obviously you've had Chalobah injured, but some players need freshness, some players need the rhythm of games. Is he someone who needs to play a lot to stay in rhythm, do you think?
I think he has a good body, he has a good rhythm. Maybe there comes a point, I think I took him out, I think Watford some minutes, but at the moment for him it's the best to play, not to stop to play. Because if you have trust, if you have rhythm, I had such a player with Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich, he was the same position, and he could play every game. He was never tight, and at the moment I have the feeling it's by Shay Charles the same. He can play, and this is the best thing. But you're right, yeah, Nave is now back, and this gives us again a good opportunity. If something we have to change or we have to control, then we have the next option there, and this is good.
Smashing. Thank you very much for your time, Danny.
Thank you guys, see you, bye bye.